Hello, Timgineers. Today, we're talking about veterans' education benefits, so stick around. Alright, so before we begin, I have to put my disclaimer. It's going to be right here. It's also going to be in the description below. That's how important it is. Please read it. It's that important. Also, before we begin, a quick shout out to my boss. Love you, boss. She hates it when I do that. Seriously, drives her nuts. Alright, so anyway, 4 steps, super easy. We'll go through this real quick. The first step is to be registered and admitted to the college of your choice. Yeah, I know what you were thinking. I was going to go to school without registering and admitting. No, you just can't do it. It's just not possible. So just, follow the step. Do it. It's not that difficult. You go into the front office, you bring them some paperwork, generally a driver's license, some mail that shows that you live at a certain location, and you fill out some more paperwork, and you know how to sign your name. Come on. It's been, what, 4 years? You've signed your name almost every single day of that 4 years. Come on. Anyways. So yeah, it's not a hard process to get through the registration. It is a little daunting and time consuming, but you could knock it out in a couple hours. Maybe just an hour if you're really good. No, I'm just kidding. It's really not that difficult. And as long as there's not a long line, you can get through it in a couple minutes. It really does not take that long. The next step, and this is also super important, is going to the e-benefits page. Now, a quick overlay of what the e-benefits is. E-benefits actually helps you with not just your education benefits, but it also does your health care. It does your, you can file claims. And yes, of course, there's the education benefits. There's more to discover there than what I've listed here. Seriously, go to e-benefits if you're a veteran. It's a lifesaver. I'm going to put a link in the description below. Seriously, go to it. It's not that big of a deal, and to be honest, it will help you out greatly. Now, on the e-benefits page, there's this little thing called education. And seeing as you're trying to become edumacated, that's where you're going to want to go. You click on that, you follow the links until you get to this thing called VONAP. V-O-N-A-P-P, all caps, because they're yelling at you. Anyway, fill out the VONAP. It doesn't take too long, and once you get through the VONAP, it will then be sent to the VA of your closest choosing. So therefore, if you're in the Southwest, it's Muskogee, Oklahoma. Yeah, I mean, if you're in Arizona, that's a long ways away. But still, that's where it's going. It will then be processed, and you will be sent out a certificate of eligibility, which we will come back to. Alright, so let's go on to the next step. Step number 3. Step number 3 is to go and see an academic advisor. Super important. And I know what you were thinking. I can manage without going to an academic advisor. You're probably right. But then again, there have been cases of people not going to an academic advisor and being in college for way longer than they should have been. All you gotta do is go in, sit down, say, hey, what classes are gonna apply to my degree? That one? I'll take that one. Just that one. Yeah, okay. And that one too? Okay, good, perfect. I'll take that one too. In fact, I'll take all 4 of them. Or 5 or 6, whatever. It's your choice. You do what you want. The point is, you go and you speak to that academic advisor, and they're going to direct you in the right way. At least that's what they're paid to do. They're not paid to tell you, oh yeah, take gym. You're going to love it. Even though it doesn't apply to any degree you want to be in. Yeah, you little engineer, you. I see you. Go see them. Seriously. It's also a requirement by the VA. So there's really no excuse for you not to see them. You have to see them every semester according to the VA. The next step is actually to go and see your Veteran Center. Now, going and seeing the Veteran Center, it's not really that big of a deal. Some students actually go at the beginning. They make that step number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then they, do step 2, and then they go back to the VA Center. The point is, you can go back to the VA Center as often as you want to. They're there to help you get your benefits. They're not there to hinder you. That being said, some VA centers are not as helpful as others. The VA center that I worked for, well, I'll tell you about that in a minute. So let's talk about forms. You're going to need to bring in your DD-214. That's super important. Without it, you literally can't do anything. The world revolves around your DD-214 and everybody else's. It's literally the document that tells everybody that you were a vet. You did something. Good for you. You also are going to need your COE. Now, you're not going to have it when you go to sign up at first. We get that. But bring it in the second it comes in. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I know it's tedious, and yeah, sometimes it just is inconvenient. Oh, I forgot it at home. Oh, I just keep forgetting at home. Oh, I threw it in a bonfire because I'm an idiot. You can get another one, so do it. Next thing is your transcripts. You absolutely must turn in your transcripts. Super important. If you don't turn in your transcripts, literally the VA can take all the money back that they gave you for your education. Yeah. It's part of their requirements. It's also part of the school's requirements to have those transcripts. And it's from everywhere. Even Saskatchewan Community Technical College of Iowa University. Or whatever. We need it. If you failed every class, we need it. Because if you passed even one class that could help you to shorten your time at that Community College University of Saskatchewan. I think I made that joke already. Anyway, as long as it's helping, great. If it doesn't help, who cares? Most universities won't even apply it to your GPA total. But some will. I'm not going to lie. Get over it. It's just part of a GPA. So, without the COE on file, the VA can take back the money that they gave you. Without a DD-214 on file, they can take away the money that they gave you. Without a transcripts on file, they can take away the money that they gave you. If you think, oh, I only went through the military, I don't have any transcripts, you're wrong. Everybody who went through Boot Camp Basic and BCT, all of you got some college credits based off of your fitness or something. And it's all on a website. It doesn't even have to it doesn't cost you anything to get. And your college can actually help you to transfer those credits in. It's not that difficult, and it'll get you in and out like nothing. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is the vet centers. Now, not every vet center is as welcoming as the one that I worked for, but for the most part, we all try to strive for one thing: helping the student. The vet center that I worked for, we did a little bit above and beyond. We had tabletop games, we had a PS4, we had a TV, we had computers that you could go and do schoolwork on. We had people who would just sit around and talk. We are here to help you. That's our entire goal. So please come into the vet centers and join up with the vets clubs. Some aren't called the vets clubs, some are called something else, SVA or whatever. Join them. They can help. And not only that, but they help others. Our SVA that I worked for, we actually went and gave food items to the homeless during holiday seasons. It's kind of a big deal and it's heartwarming. We also did team building events like paintball. I mean, who doesn't like a game of paintball? Who doesn't want to walk away with welts this big on their neck? I mean, no, of course. It's fun. It's team building. That's the whole point. So, in closing, I just want to say to all the veterans out there, thank you for your service. For all those who are watching this video who are currently serving, thinking about serving, and are thinking about when they get out, how do I go about getting my education? Thank you for your service or your future service. And for all of those Veterans Center certifying officials, thank you so much for what you do. You literally help us to get our degrees, and I appreciate that, sincerely. And of course, to all my viewers, I know I haven't uploaded a video in a long time, and it's my fault. I moved, and after I moved, I got super busy, and I really didn't try to make any more videos. That's my fault. I apologize. But sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your views. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. And thank you for following me.